As you can see, we have got blue skies still. Now, it's only a couple of days since I did the last video, but it says next week that it's going to be raining. So I thought, you know what, I better just nip down, see if I can do a few little jobs, because I might not come next week and I don't want to be behind. But I have done a couple of jobs without you because the lady was at the next door plot working, so I didn't want to film while she was busy. So I'll just show you what I've done. I have put the mesh on this arch, and I have put the mesh on this arch, the last arch here, and I have painted that grey. So what we want to do now is I want to make another like bed like that at the bottom of there, the bottom of that side of the arch, with that piece of wood that I got from my friend Emma's allotment. Okay, so that's the plan for today, and I might even put a little sign on there, a little sweet pea sign on there to finish it off, and do the same on the other side. But yeah, for now what we're going to do is I'm just going to set up to be able to cut out this wood and make it into a little box bed for there. So my plans are to do a box for here. I have measured out on this piece of wood that I got off my friend 2 long sides. There isn't enough to do one of the short sides, but I do have some old pallet collars, so I will measure roughly and cut out 2 end panels as well. So what I'll do, I'll get the jigsaw, cut those out and come back when it's time to assemble it all together. So basically I've just measured it against the one that I did there, roughly, and then I'll do the same at the end, and then we'll come back to put it together. I need 2 of these for posts. Sorry, I need 4 of these, so I'm just going to cut these in half. So I've got 4. I'm going to cut on the diagonal, so I have got something to hammer into the ground. Don't forget, on this channel, on my channel, we embrace the wonk, okay? It doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to show you, well, plus the fact that I'm lazy, but it's just to show you that you can make things and they don't have to be straight at an allotment, right? It's not your garden, it's an allotment, right? You might want everything perfectly straight, and that is entirely up to you. And it's nice if you can do it. But yeah, here we embrace the wonk, so nothing is ever straight, but everything always works. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to this, purely because then I can attach it all as at one and hammer it in. So if I attach these legs, bring you down. So if I attach these legs on either side, like one there, the same on the other side, then I've got something for that to screw into as well, haven't I? That is my theory. Right, that's got a screw in already, so let's bring that down a little, because it's not quite as long as that stake. Right, let's see if we can screw that screw in, seeing as it's there. There we go. Right, I'm going to unscrew that. I'm going to do it from the other side. I'm going to do that from the other side purely because it stuck out a little bit. Okay. And I can see where the hole is. I'm just going to do it from this side because it stuck out and I don't want it sticking out inside the bed. I do not want it sticking out on the outside of the bed. That's because I used an old screw. Right, let me put a pilot hole in. I'm just basically putting it on the 2 long sides. that's easier. Okay, then we've got this one for the other side, like so. Oops, oops. Okay, so I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other side, so we end up with 2 of those. So now we have a second one. Right, so come back down here. We have to build it around the thing, okay? Right, we've got some bulbs here. I'm just gonna dig these bulbs up. There's a couple of bulbs here. I've got a couple of flowers off them, not much, but just let me dig them up. I will pop these bulbs into this bed thing that we're making. Right. Okay, just stick that to the side. The roots actually aren't that big on them, look. So they'll do better in the new bed, won't they? Right, okay, so we've took those bulbs up. That's rescued those. Right, what do we need to do is figure out where this is going. And I do want to get it quite level. So there might have to be a bit of patching up at this end because it does dip quite a bit. Right, so I want enough to be able to plant stuff either side of it, ideally. Right, so let's see how that goes if we stick that there. Oh gosh, I under-anticipated how hard that would be. It's a hammer in. Oh my goodness. Oh, right, just a little bit more hammering and then we'll have that in. Really difficult to film in this area here. We're in the shade and it's just awkward. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm basically going to attach that there, going to hammer in the other side and attach the same there. So we'll create another box and I will do something to fill that bit in there, down there as well, because where it's a slope. So I will get some more wood and make it fit there and that. So we'll come back and it'll be finished. Right, I've finished that box now. So there you go. Don't know if you can see it in the shade. There you go. I've put those bulbs in it and I've put compost in it and I've put chicken manure pellets in it. Just topped it with a bit of mulch just to stop it getting full of weeds, because I think it's going to be another, what do we now, the 10th of April. It's going to be another 5 weeks, I'm going to say, until we start planting things out, 5 or 6 weeks, and then we'll start getting things from inside out. What I have done with the sweet peas outside, actually, there was a few, I nipped the top of them, so I just take the top bit off because they've got quite a few, 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves on it, 4 side shoots. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to, sorry, like that, nip the top off. Nip the top off because it really does work. You think it wouldn't work, but it does. You nip that top bit off and it bushes out. Just grows a bit thicker. Right, so what I actually want to do is separate those from there, so I can do that actually. So I'm going to find something to put those in. Oh, look at that. It just fell off the edge of there, and that is actually probably something that I will use. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put my sweet peas in there. I've got a pot of sweet peas outside as well. Let's look at the pot of sweet peas that I pinch the heads off, because I probably will put it back. Probably will put it back out here actually. So, oops. Everything's in the way. Which one was it in? Was it in this one? Nope, not in that one, I don't think. No sweet peas in there. Oh yeah, there is some sweet peas in there, but they're not growing yet. Okay, right. I think it's this one. I think it's just a pot. I think I've got a pot, a small pot. Yeah, so there we go. It was like an oven. I've pinched those ones out at the top. Right, I did those before. One of those jobs I did while you weren't here. Like, what I want to do is, so I can keep an eye on how many sweet peas I've got going, because I need so many. I'm going to put them all in one place. Okay, so just let me get the lid off there, and then I'll bring you back and we can get them sweet peas out of there and pop them in there and stick them outside. Just gone for a bit of a smaller tub. Right, what I'm going to do is just going to pick these sweet peas out of here. I've already nipped those ones. I'll use smaller tubs just because it's easier to fit inside the tunnel. I've done that one. I think I've nipped that one. Let me show you what I'm going to nip it anyway. Nip it anyway. Done that one. I've already watered these this morning, that's why they're dripping wet. That one I've nipped out. I haven't nipped out that one though. Sorry, you probably can't see. Right, I'm just nipping the ends as I put them in this pot, in this tub. Right, nipping out. You don't all have two in, some have only got one in. There we go. This one's got, oh, this one's got a few in. Right, we'll nip the top of that one out. Basically, I'm just pinching it between my nails. Nail and my finger. She says, and doesn't do it. There you go. Oops. Okay. Right, I'm just going to do that with all of these. Just going to take them out, put them in there. If I need another pot, I'll get another pot. But that's basically what I'm doing. I'm nipping the tops off and then putting them back outside in one of the mini greenhouses. So that's just freed up a bit of space for the nasturtiums in there. And now I don't plant sweet peas next to peas, right, I think, because it's so very similar looking, but giving them a bit more space. Sweet corn is still growing fantastically, but yeah, look at that. Nasturtiums, they're growing. Super. Right, so I just want to put those in one of the greenhouses outside. Now they've been nipped and just, is there any more? Let me just, nasturtiums, they're nasturtiums, aren't they? Right, there's no more. I need to grow more sweet peas because of that, by any stretch of the imagination, is nowhere near enough because they haven't all come up, have they? So, let's just check these ones that were in here again. Let me just give it a look. Make sure. That was only a couple of days, was it? 31st, yeah. 10 days ago. What's that, sweet? What's that? Strawberries. Sweet pea. Right, these are sweet pea. Nothing yet. It's only been a few days. Right. What's that? Sweet corn. Snap peas, melon. Okay. Right. Right, it's okay. I just want to see what those sweet peas were doing. Not a lot. They're not doing a lot at all. Okay. Yeah, does panic set in with 5-6 weeks to go? Yes, it does. Right, let's get those, stick them in here. Okay, these will live nicely there. These are just peas. These are just peas. I don't need to put the tops out of them because they are growing fantastically, aren't they? Get rid of that. That's not growing. That's with the broad beans. They looked a bit manky. They can just, I've just put that in the compost. Right, okay. That looks nice and healthy in there. Sweet peas. Say an average of 2, because some have got 3 and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. It's about 30. 30, right. So if 30 of those have grown, and then maybe say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 30, 40. So even if I say 10 grow of the next lot, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Panicking. I might sow some more. I might sow some more sweet peas because I've got a lot of arches to fill with sweet peas, haven't I? I've just discovered I did some more up here, actually. Oh my gosh. Right. They've not been given long enough yet, so let's not panic. Let's not panic about those. We've certainly got enough peas. We've got some nasturtium growing here as well. Should we stick them with the others, nasturtium? What are these? Nasturtium snap peas. Oh, right, snap peas, good. They're growing. They did really, really well last year. And they're from my seeds So I'm pleased with that. Might sow some more snap peas actually. See, what are they then? They're not. They aren't nasturtiums. What are they? They're supposed to be nasturtiums. What? What are they? That's nasturtiums. Oh, it's sunflower. Must be sunflower. Must be a sunflower, I think. I don't know. I'm getting confused now. What's that at the end? Because that looks like the other thing. What's that? Oh, that's gherkin. Right. Okay, that's a gherkin. Sorry. Look. Gherkin. Right, I'm getting confused with my seeds now. Panic is setting in, just in case I haven't got enough. But I can always directly sow, can't I, if I need to fill gaps, because directly sowing last year really worked, didn't it? Right, I need to have a think about what jobs to do next, because I'm sure I have got plenty. Really difficult to see because of my shadow. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better there. Put a little bit of a shadow on it. Just on there. Just thought that'd be nice. Put it on there. Let's have a look. Ooh, let's go from the top here and have a look, see what it looks like. Okay, so you would walk onto the plot this way. Nice. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? Imagine it with flowers on. Imagine, ooh, what flowers will they be? Sweet peas. There you go. That is beautiful. That is lovely. Let's see it from this angle. There you go. That's nice. As per usual, it is another day halfway through the video. Right, so I have a list of 3 things to do today, and today is the 15th of April. Try not to kill myself. I don't know if I showed you these actually. I have no idea, but I have bought 3 trellises. They were £2. They were nothing. They're only the cheap ones. I don't get expensive ones. It doesn't matter if it only lasts me a season. It really doesn't matter. But trellis, I'm going to use that in combination with my twine to make something in a minute. If I can find my twine, that is. I might have to do the twine another day because it's in one of them safe places. You know how that goes. So I've got a list of 3 things to do. So I want to dig over the bed down here. This one. The one with my lowly cabbage in that I just put in. I might move that cabbage. I might move that cabbage. It's growing though. But I need to dig this bed over. Right, I'm going to dig it over and I'm going to put in it, I'm going to put in it bit of compost. I'm going to dig the stalks round, bit of new compost in and some chicken manure pellets because I want to get that bed ready for the gherkins. Okay, so I'm going to dig it over, maybe even build a structure. But before I do that, I want to show you something. I saw it online. Sorry, I'm just going to have to go and get it because I've left it out here. I saw something online called a seed roll. Okay, so I got this bubble wrap. They did it with a mailing envelope. They just opened the mailing envelope and cut it and made a strip. Okay, I haven't got mailing envelopes. You know, it's just a way of repurposing them. But from the pound shop, £1 for a roll. Right, and I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to show you what I saw online. You've probably even seen it already, a seed roll. And I'm going to do it with my I'm going to do it with my sweet peas. But yeah, more sweet peas. I just can't get enough of them. I need lots of them. So yeah, I'm going to do a jelly roll. I'm going to do a seed roll with my bubble wrap and my sweet pea seeds. Right, so this is too thick. This is too, just cut it, just cut a hole in it. It's too deep, this. I just need it half that size. No, just need it half that size. It's just too much. Okay, so the idea is you just get a long strip. So your jiffy bag, so if you've got a jiffy bag and you open it up on the seam, you'd have quite a long roll of it, wouldn't you? Okay, so I think that's enough. And there we have, probably even do it shorter. Might even be able to do that shorter. Right, so from what I saw, what you do is, okay, I'm going to put you more down onto this. and then we can experiment together. Not done one before. I've just merely very, very quickly seen it on the internet somewhere. Okay, so you put soil in it, compost in it, you compost in it, right? Like so. Can you see that? Hope this is right. Okay, I think you're supposed to roll it up and then put the seeds in, but me being me, for some reason, I'm thinking it'd be easier if I just put my seeds in, popped them in now along the top edge. Right, and I'm going to go for, like I said, sweet pea. So have we got any snap peas? What have we got here? Nasturtium, maybe next time. And the next one, sweet peas. Okay, I'm gonna go for the sweet peas. I've got some still already in my little pot there. These are my sweet peas. And I'm just gonna stick them close to the top in the soil. This might be right, it might be wrong. They were putting it in after the event, but I'm just gonna put them in close to the top. I can always top it up with soil when I've rolled it. Right, make sure they're in the soil. Right, not only is it supposed to work, it's supposed to be easier to just take them out as well. You know, to harvest them. I'll just put loads in, it doesn't matter. They grow, and if they don't, they don't. They are my seeds, so I don't fully trust them to grow all. Right. Let's just whap them in. Let's just get these in, seeing as they're in the bowl. I think that's it. Okay, right, and then what you're supposed to do, can you see at this end here, is roll it up. Like so. Okay, bits are falling out. Let's try and avoid. That's probably why you don't put your seeds in until the end, actually, because of the stuff rolling out. Oh, they have rules for a reason. They have rules. Oops, sorry, I moved it over here. They have rules for a reason. I don't think any seeds have fell out, but I will put a few more in just in case. Right, so that's the idea. Just put all that soil that came out back in it. It's the idea that you end up with a roll like that. I found my twine, it's right next to me. Right, now, because I didn't think ahead, I'm going to try and do this one-handed, and I'm going to tie it up, and then I'm going to water it and find something to stick it in. Let's see. It's all rolled up like that. Seeds are at the top. Should we sprinkle a bit more on? Right, and I believe I'll get a tray. Should we get another tray? I've got another 2 left. Oops. Right, let's pop it on that tray before everything falls out of it. Oops. Like so. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a few more seeds in there. But basically, if you do it with a bit more organisation, that should grow. So we'll watch that and see if anything comes of it. I'm going to do that a few more times with a few more other seeds like nasturtiums and whatnot, and then I'll bring you back when they're in this tray. Okay, so yeah, it's a seed roll. Might be successful, might not be, because I've made a bit of a hash of it, but we can try. With this second one, I haven't put the seeds in. I've just rolled it up. Excuse me, and now I'm going to put the seeds in. And this one I'm going to do snap peas. So I'm going to use my own seeds. That's pretty easy to do it, actually. Push them in, cover them over. I've gone for a lot of the stuff that, you know, got eaten last year by my kids. So, you know, don't want any food wastage. Now, these don't look black. Why don't they look black? Should we just go for the black ones, I think? Just stick them all in. Doesn't matter. If they grow, they grow. Did I get some green peas though, didn't I? On last year's plant. I will put a bit more soil, a bit more compost on top. There we go. Snap peas in there. Right, I definitely need to put a label on these. There's no way I remember which is which here. So let's start with the date. So 15th of the 4th, we will put snap peas. Okay, find a little place to pop it. And that was the other one, sweet peas. Sweet peas, 15th of the 4th. Okay, well, you know, it might be successful. It might not be, but I just wanted to try it. I saw it and I thought, oh yeah, I'll have a go at that. If things start coming up, I've got enough bubble wrap to be able to do plenty more seed rolls. There is some seeds I wanted to show you actually from the last time we were here. Let me just make sure these are nicely watered. Right, okay, I want to show you some seeds that have started to grow. And it's my lettuce. Right, last time we had just all on one side had started to grow, but now a few days later, the other side has started to grow as well. Look, and they're getting a little bit bigger as well. Right, so that's good. Those will go outside in one of the polytunnels, I think, to grow. Nasturtiums are doing fantastically. Look at them. They are looking really great. In fact, everything in here is looking quite healthy. I mean, I know you saw these probably earlier in the video, but look at that. Lovely, healthy colour on that loofah. Really looking good. And the sunflowers, Moulin Rouge sunflowers are really doing fantastically. Like I say, they did dry out and the bottom leaves withered away because it was just so hot in here and I couldn't get here. The sweet peas, nothing going on there yet, but they were only done probably at the start of this video. I can't remember. Right, shall we carry on with stuff that's on my list? Or shall I get sidetracked? I think I'll just get sidetracked for 1 minute. What I want to do, thinking about it, with this sweet corn, it's looking quite overcrowded in the peas. I think I want to move this sweet corn here, into its own box, which we have plenty of down here. That was the plant pot that I smashed, unfortunately. You win some, you lose some. Okay, right, we've got a tub here, complete with compost floating about in the bottom. Right, just let me pop that there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these, sweet corn into here, just to give it a bit more freedom from the peas. There you go, that's better. Might find space for them outside in one of the little greenhouses. I think I have some sweet corn already just starting off. The second lot I put in, I think that's just starting off. It's figuring out which polytunnel I put it in. What's that doing? Oh, that must have had the broad beans in. They didn't work. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. I'm holding you. And the tripod is a little bit smooth. Okay, right. So we do have the other sweet corn in here. Is there a couple of rows of sweet corn? I think there is. They're growing nicely. Right, I'm going to lift up one of these potatoes and see what's going on underneath. I just want to see if anything is happening. Sweet potato. Did I call it sweet corn? Right, there's nothing happening. The bottom of that one. God, that's wedged in there. Maybe something is happening. Oh, all right. A little bit of root going on there. People have told me to put it in water, but in the book he told me to put it in compost. So, you know what? That's that one's starting. That one's starting. Okay, right. You know what? We'll just leave them. Let's just leave them. Let's just leave them to do their thing, right? I don't think there's any room in here for the sweet corn. Right, that's full. So it's not going in there. Let's try another. I think this one might be full as well, you know. God, sorry, I'm telling you, taking you on a roller coaster of a camera journey here. That's what happens when you hold the camera. It's also dark. I need to go that way. Gosh, that makes such a difference. Right, someone said, I think it was Gloria. The username was Gloria and then lots of numbers. Right, so Gloria said the peas don't mind being put out in frost, which, I mean, look, remember, still got a little bit of white bit where it did die from the frost, but look at them. Look at them, they haven't died, have they? The little white bits are took off and they are growing like Billy-O. So, could take some of the peas out of there, couldn't I? Could do, look at that one. That's a whopper, gosh. Could do with getting them in soon, couldn't I, really? You know, I might do. Right, let's take out this one. Take out these beasts. Put the sweet corn in there. How many have we got in there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sweet corn in there. And we've got probably another 9 in there. Is that enough? 18. Because I'm doing it in 2 different beds this year. Oops, sorry. 2 different beds this year. I'm doing it in... I'm doing it in... I'll show you which beds I'm doing it in, actually. I'll show you where we did it last year, and I'll show you where we did it this year. Sky looks blue, but it's chilly. Right, so last year we did it in this bed, didn't we? We had a lovely big hooped mesh house on, so nothing could eat the corns once they got ripe. But this year, I want my sweet corns in 2 beds. I want them in this little bed here, and I want them in this little bed here. So what did I say? 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in both. Yeah, you know what? I think I'd be happy with 9 each in both of those. So, yes, sweet corn, fantastic, doing right. But what I want to do now is I want to dig over this bed and get it prepared for the structure I'm going to make for the gherkin cucumbers. I am yet again going to dig this up. Look, this lasted in a compost heap and it's still growing, so I think another dig up won't do it any harm at all. I'm going to plant that in a minute, not just now. Let's not get too deviated from the job that we're doing. Right, where's me? What's it? I want that. My knee pad. And the manure, sorry. Right, my backside in the air. Manure, so I want to dig this over and in and add the chicken manure. I think I might get the big fork on it just to give it a bit of a deeper turn. 1 second. Oh, I shouldn't put sandals on when it comes to the allotment. Oh my gosh. So my feet are going to be filthy. Right, that's just the first initial turnover. Trying to mix this mulching a bit. For goodness. Right, now I'm going to put some pellets on. Right, and then I'm going to mix those in. We are expecting rain, so I will leave those to get wet from the rain. I'm not sure, but I think you add it every few weeks, every 4 to 6 weeks or something. I'm not sure, something like that. I'm the not sure gardener. I'm really not sure. Right, that is mixed in, ready for planting, which I will be doing in a couple of weeks. I'll just keep an eye on any weeds popping up and I shall pick them out, as and when I see them. Right, okay, now I think I'm going to make a structure. So the idea is I've got 4 pieces of wood here, all roughly the same sort of size, and I'm going to make like some sort of A-frame, like so. Okay, just going to make a A-frame, not too big, not too small either. I've got to have room to plant. So yeah, that's the idea. I'm just going to screw these together to make 2 of these. Okay, and then we'll take it from there. I put it up on the bed and I marked the angle. Well, I marked it with a very leaky chalk pen, but I marked the angle that I need these sticks to go at, okay? So that I know that it's going to fit in the bed. So, I put it on the little marks that I've made. Let's drill a pilot hole. Always helps, stops your wood splitting, and just helps. Just get 1 screw in. I will put 2 on though. Okay, and then just do another over there. Oh, my drill bit broke. Honestly, I think I just pressed too hard. Can I do anything with that? 1 second. Right, that'll be a starter hole, but I do need to change my drill bit. Again, heavy-handed. Okay, so I'm just going to put this up here and see if it's the right size, and it is. I've got some growing room this side. I don't know if I should grow them inside as well. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe if I've got enough, I can, first of all, I'll put them on the outside of both legs, and then if I've got any extra, I'll stick them on the inside as well. So, right, I need to do a second one of those A-frames. I'll bring you back when I've got 2. 2 A-frames, okay? Stand back a bit so you can see. Right, but now what? I've got 2 A-frames, but now what? Right, I'm just putting them on the bed like that. I wonder if I can attach something across from one to the other, do you think? I could do like a... No, because I want the trellis on it. That looks good. Look, that looks good. That way... Oh, no, I wanted to use my trellises, though. Oh, I wanted to use my trellis. Oh, let me just get my trellis and see what I think. I might be changing my mind now, just by the way that that's gone like that. Because my idea was... Right, I'll show you my idea. You'll probably see it better on this side. My idea was to have the trellis, you know, up here with the other one on the other side, with the twine also going round it. So it was going to be something like... It's hard to do on your own. It was going to be something like that. Right, you know what I need to do? I need to stand back and have a look at what that looks like, I think. I'm just going to get that steady. I'm going to stand back and have a look and see what I think. Balanced it, just to see what it looks like. It's just balanced, don't breathe in it. Otherwise it'll all come down. You know what, I like it. I'm going to go with my original idea. Definitely going to go with my original idea. I can even plant something down the middle of there, can't I? Even that, I think, is a growing space for something that doesn't mind probably a bit of shade, maybe. Any ideas, suggestions, feel free to say, but I'm going to go with my original one. So all that you that shouted at the screen going, no, leave it as a teepee. I could do that elsewhere. I could do that elsewhere on something else, can't I? But yeah, I'm going to make that into a frame like that. Right, let's take this apart without breaking anything and figure out how to make that a standing frame. Right, I've got a piece of wood here actually that might actually just do. Right, I'm going to get one screw in that and take it from there. Right, okay. It's wobbly now, but can I screw the leg into the side? You know what? I think I can. I think I can screw the legs into the side down there at the bottom. I'll do that so it's a bit more stable. I'm just going to screw from the side there into the leg so it don't fall over. So I have now done what I call an A-frame. Okay, I have screwed it in the bottom of each leg, just so you know it's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to get knocked over, it's not going to get blown over. I just screwed that piece on, 2 screws, same over there, each leg all done. Now what I'm going to do is attach these. Might just tie wrap them on because that wood is so flimsy and thin, it'd probably hold better, sorry, if it was tie wrapped on, or zip tied as you might call it. Oh, I bought a whole load of new zip ties. I don't think I brought them. Oh, I don't believe it. I bought zip ties. Have I got anything that will do? I don't just want to make do though. Oh, I can't believe it. I bought zip ties. Have I not brought them? I came the other day. Did I not bring them? Oh, what a fool. What a fool. Right, I can't finish that off. I can't finish that off today. I really want to be able to zip tie these on. Unless I just tie it on with twine, maybe. Sorry, shall I just tie it on with twine? I'll have a think. I'm going to go home and get the zip ties and you'll see it in next week's video, finishing that off. Okay, I'm quite pleased with it though. I've just rested the other one against it to see what it looks like. Quite pleased with it. But I wanted to show you the wildflower seeds. Look, I'll get you a bit closer. Not good for detail, this camera, but you get the idea. The wildflower seeds are all coming up. I'm going to give it another water in a minute. Oh, look. Nasturtium. Nasturtium, 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 nasturtium. These aren't ones I've planted. These are self-seeded. Another one there, sorry. Nasturtium. That is brilliant, isn't it? That is really, really good. Have any popped up over here? No. That's bindweed. We don't want you. I know what bindweed looks like. Let's just get you out while we can, because soon it will be absolutely covered in stuff, in flowers. Right, okay, and still got the nasturtium growing over there. I will dig this. I'll dig this cardboard and mulch in next time, actually. Right, so yeah, you know what? I'm going to go home, get the zip ties, and I'll make that video for next week, finishing that off and doing lots of other things as well, getting all the beds ready, I think. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, because you get all this fabulous content. Isn't it just amazing? Right, okay, I'm going to have a chill out now, have a potter about and see what little jobs I can do. And I'll let you know if we're doing anything exciting next week. Okay, bye.